Welcome back, everyone, to our color mixing lesson. This is just going to be a very short video that's going to explain the materials and how to pour the paint. So if you are sitting by yourself right now, ready to do this lesson, I want you to pause the video and go get an adult who's able to spend some time with you to sit down for the this video and the next one. So pause here, go get the adult that's gonna work with you and bring them on back. All right, if you are back with me, you are sitting down with an adult and the adult and you are gonna be doing this lesson together. This is a great homeschool connection art lesson that could be a great experience for you and the adult that you're hanging out with. And it's a really, really fun color mixing lesson. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here are the materials you're going to need. You're going to need your paper plate. That is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You also received, in the month of October, you also received another paper plate that's blank. You need to save this for the next lesson. Also, you received another large piece of construction paper right here. You need to save that for the next lesson. So put those two things aside. In your packet, you received, this is called a color wheel. It's different from the plate. It is a piece of construction paper divided like a pizza or a pie, and it also has 6 pieces to it. So you need to have that ready to go for the lesson. Put that off to the side for now. You received red paint, yellow paint, and blue paint. These are the primary colors. These were given out in the October handout packet. You also received a large paintbrush that you used last time on your wandering black line. The other items that you're going to need for today, I'm going to move these off to the side. You are going to need a cup of water, not filled terribly high. Just a little bit of water goes a long way for this. And you'll be dumping it out and refilling it throughout the lesson if you need to. You need a paper towel or a napkin. I actually highly recommend just getting the paper towel roll because I find that I use several sheets while I'm doing this lesson. So have that off to the side, ready for cleanup. Now what I'd like you to do is help your child that you're working with. The adult is going to be doing this part of the lesson, prep. You're going to get your plate numbered 1 through 6. You're going to get your 3 paint containers. Grab the red one. Here's red. Oh, I do want to point this out. Okay, the blue container is poured. There's about halfway of a pour of blue paint. The yellow and the red, it's a full pour. It's a full container of red and yellow. The reason for this is that we're going to be using these 2 colors for this lesson and the next lesson. The next lesson after this is going to be, we're going to be using paint as well. So that's why you need to save the other paper plate, and half of these need to be left in the container for the next lesson. I know you guys can do this. I've already measured everything out and it will work. So keep that in mind. Please do not use all of the red and the yellow, only half of it for this lesson. All right, so grab your red container. The adult is doing this right now. I'd like you to open the container, find the number 1 on your paper plate right at the top, and I want you to just pour a little bit on your number 1, about that much. Cover up your number 1. And you can grab your paper towel, just wipe around the lid, the rim of it, pop the lid back on. This is going to get messy. It's fun to get messy. And put it over to the side. I want you to put the lids back on so that there aren't any spills. Oh, speaking of spills, look at that. I spilled on my number 3. I'm going to grab and that can happen. I'm going to grab my paper towel and I'm just going to wipe off my red paint that I spilled on my number 3. All right, now I'm going to grab my yellow, open up my yellow, skip number 2, and you're going to go right to number 3. So I want you to pour onto number 3. Okay, that's good. Wipe the rim off and pop the container back on. Next, I'd like you to grab the blue. Here's my blue. Red was on number 1, skip number 2. Yellow's on number 3, skip number 4. The adult is doing this. Open up your blue container. You skipped 4 and you're on to number 5. Pour a little bit of your blue on your number 5. All right, wipe the rim and pop the container lid back on and put it off to the side. You now have your paper plate ready to start the lesson. So now that the paint's been poured, I also want to make sure that you have your Wandering Black line paper that is totally dry. No paint that is wet. Zach's is totally dry. That'll make this next part of the lesson run a lot more smooth without the paint being wet, with the black paint being wet. If the black paint is wet and you try to proceed to the next part, then that's when the black paint can smear onto our beautiful colors and it will make them really, really dark. So we're looking for bright, vibrant primary and secondary colors for this lesson. That's what we're going to be creating. And so that's why the black paint needs to be totally dry. All right, you have your materials ready and you are ready to click the next link to watch the second video of our color mixing lesson. See you soon.